Assalamu alaikum and welcome to the Vegan Cook's Passport, where I aim to cook a vegan version of every national dish in the world. Alright, so the country for this video is Bahrain, the second of the Bs. Not bumblebees, but countries beginning with B. Let's have a quick look at where Bahrain is on a map. The Kingdom of Bahrain is found in the Persian Gulf in the Middle East, just here. It is comprised of 50 natural islands and 33 artificial islands. The largest island by far is Bahrain Island, just here. The country is an important historical port and trading junction, so there's a mixture of a lot of food cultures, including Arabic, Persian, Indian, African, Far East, and European. So today we will be cooking Bahrainian Machboos. So Machboos is a popular dish that actually originated from Saudi Arabia, where it's called kabsa. It's cooked all the way through the Arabian Peninsula with little variations in each country. It's a biryani, which means it's a one-pot meal with the rice cooked in there with all the other ingredients. Easy to do, not much washing up, and delicious. So what goes into a Bahrainian Machboos? Okay, so there was a couple of pretty interesting ingredients that I've never used before. One of them, and one that gives this sort of a more distinct, tangy flavor, is black limes. So black limes, also known as lumi. These are basically just limes that have been dried in the sun, dehydrated, and they've obviously shrunk because the water has come out of them, and they've gone that lovely black color and pretty hard. You can actually see this one, the skin's pierced a bit, so you can sort of see inside that. Yeah, pretty interesting. Very aromatic, very strong flavor. I'm interested to see what this does in the dish. You don't need many, you only need a couple for this dish. You sort of pierce the outside with a knife or a fork, and then you just chuck them in there. Do not eat them afterwards. I don't think that would taste very good, but it's going to be a pretty interesting addition to the dish. Secondly, there's a spice blend that they use again in pretty much the whole Arabian Peninsula called Baharat. You'll find it in the cooking. Sometimes they just have it on the table as a seasoning. I could only find Turkish Baharat in the store near me. I think it's pretty similar. The only real addition is they use quite a lot of mint leaves, which you wouldn't find in any other country. So my one's going to have a bit of a sort of minty flavor. If you can get the sort of Bahrainian or Arabic Baharat, that will be a bit more authentic. But essentially it's a spice rub. Smells delicious. Definitely smell a lot of coriander seeds in there, cumin, fenugreek, that kind of thing. So Machboos in Bahrain is almost always cooked with chicken. So it's a chicken Machboos. Obviously we're not going to be using chicken in this dish. I'm using tofu. I'm going to marinate the tofu in some of the Baharat spice mix and lemon juice and a bit of oil. Overnight's best, but at least an hour or two if you don't have the time. Remember to buy firm or extra firm tofu. You don't want the silken tofu, that's definitely not for this dish. And also remember to drain the water out the tofu when you buy it. It's very easy, just put the tofu on a plate out the packet. It'll probably have a lot of water coming out when you take it out the pack. Put it on a plate and then put a weight on top of it. So I just usually use like a heavy casserole dish, leave it like that for half an hour, and you'll see a lot of the liquid comes out. Now, if you wanted to use some sort of meat substitute, like a chicken substitute, go ahead. That's not my style, so I haven't done that. I'm going for the good old tofu, but you do you. Let's cook some Machboos. To make the tofu marinade, take a sealable container and add 1 tablespoon of Baharat spice mix, a pinch of salt, and the juice of 1 lemon. Add to that 3 tablespoons of olive oil and mix the marinade thoroughly with a spoon. Add 450 grams of firm or extra firm tofu cut into strips. Pop the lid on the container and then shake it, baby. Shake that tofu. Make sure all the pieces are covered in the marinade, then store in the fridge for at least 1 hour or preferably overnight. When you're ready to cook, heat some olive oil in a pan over a medium-high heat and add the tofu strips. Fry for 2 minutes on both sides, then remove from the pan. Turn the heat down to low, then add 1 chopped onion, 4 cloves of minced garlic, a tablespoon of grated fresh ginger, and 2 chopped green chillies. Fry that off for 10 minutes, then add 1 large diced tomato, 2 teaspoons of Baharat spice mix, 2 teaspoons of chili powder, a tablespoon of turmeric powder, 6 green cardamom pods, and a stick of cinnamon. Turn the heat up to medium-high and fry for 3 minutes. Take a knife and punch some holes in the black lime, then add to the pan. Add back the tofu strips and 1 cup of washed basmati rice. Fry for 1 minute, then add half a litre of vegan stock. Pop the lid on and cook over a low heat for 15 minutes. Check to see the rice is cooked, then add a pinch of saffron soaked in rosewater. Add salt to taste and serve with chopped coriander leaves. Here we go. Bahrainian Machboos, vegan with tofu instead of the chicken. It smells amazing, so fragrant. I'm gonna get stuck in. Okay. So you can see that the tofu there does look so much like strips of chicken. It looks exactly like the pictures that I saw online of this. I'll give it a taste. So I've cooked a few biryani dishes for my YouTube channel, and I've eaten biryani before. That is the most fragrant biryani I think I've ever eaten. The addition of that rosewater with the saffron at the end is amazing. You're getting that lovely rosewater, you're getting some of those aromatic spices, little chili kick comes in at the end. The tofu there is holding its firmness, giving some protein, giving some substance to the dish. My other favourite biryani dish that I cooked was the very first one, Afghanistan. If you want to check out the Kabuli pulao from Afghanistan, click on that link right there. I think that just about tops it though. That is delicious. Wine pairing, I'm going to go with a rosé. I think the aromatic nature of the dish, all of those flavours, a rosé is going to complement that really well. Most popular rosé in the world at the moment is Provence in the south of France. You get some really good deals, they're really well priced. Don't go for the absolute cheapest, you don't get the best value like that. You don't have to pay a whole load of money, but you get some really good rosés from there if you pay a little bit above sort of basement levels. Or if you just want to enjoy it with your favourite rosé from wherever you're from, go for it. It's going to be delicious. Thanks for watching. Tune in next time where I'll be cooking a vegan version of the national dish of Bangladesh. See you later.